All right. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Brothers back again from GMS and London doing another Godspeed lesson. All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect as always. Topic we just want to go into real quick is the coming tribulation and calamities upon the people of Israel, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay, which are the true biblical Israelites. And that tribulation is known as the day of Jacob's trouble, okay? That great day of the Lord that everybody talks about, that everybody hears about, that's the day of trouble and destruction, okay, for the people of Israel, all right? But mainly 2/3 of Israel, okay? And that trouble is going to come right here to the soils of America, all right? So, Brother Miguel, precept real quick.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so none is like it. So that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Right, that day that's coming is the day of the Lord, okay? Now you hear us speak about these things every week, on a daily, okay? Video after video, us here at Great Millstone, we've been pushing about the day of Jacob's trouble that's to come, right? And if you've been watching the news lately, such as the situation down there in Venezuela, okay? All right, those people down there are Israelites, okay? They're a part of Jacob, all right, the nation of Israel. And they're catching the trouble, they're catching the tribulation, all right, right now, okay? So that day is already in its beginning stages, okay? Baba Kushah, can you give me Matthew 24 and 6, okay? That tribulation is already starting now. That's why you hear reports about people getting shot down by the government troops or other people. You got hyperinflation, it's a famine down there. All those things are coming to the Israelites now, all right? Because the day of the Lord is fastly and quickly approaching, okay?
This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right.
See that ye be not troubled.
Right, you hear wars, rumors of wars, such as World War III, okay? We have, the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan, okay? These wars are being talked about, and they've already happened in the earth. They are happening. Go ahead.
I'm going to continue. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. These things must come to pass. This is part of the troubles that's coming in the earth. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right.
And there shall be famines and pestilence.
Right, such as the hyperinflation and the famine down there in Venezuela. All that's affecting the Israelites, it's affecting Jacob, okay? And it's troubling them, okay? Hyperinflation is over like 3,000%, 4,000%, and it's still rising. So people are having a hard time finding medicine and food to take care of themselves and their family, okay? But that's part of the trouble the Lord's going to bring up the brother with. Go ahead.
And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Right, that's the point. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. We're in the beginning of the day of the Lord and the trouble coming in the earth. Okay? There's more and more things to come. All right? So we're going to continue back on Jeremiah 7. And read again from the top.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for the day is great. For that day is great, so that none is like it.
Right, like the brother read, famines, pestilence, earthquakes, wars. All right, that's coming in the earth. Go ahead.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. At that very same time, is a time when our people's going to start to get jacked up by the Heavenly Father, and its prophecies foretell what is going to happen. Okay, that's why we say it's the beginning of sorrows. It's the beginning of, because who's going to feel sorrowful? The people inhabiting the earth, mainly our people. Okay, go ahead.
but he shall be saved out of it.
But at the same time that Jacob's going through that trouble, he's going to be saved out of it. Okay? And that salvation and that deliverance is going to come through who the word enemy calls Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahushua. Okay? That's the Messiah, the Savior that our people are hoping for and waiting for. Okay? He's going to come and save a 1/3 elect chosen out of Israel that's going through the trouble. Okay? All right? Do you want to bring something out in the pocket?
Come. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh.
Right. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So all these people here, okay, because the trouble is going to come on our people, but it's going to trouble all the rest of these people. Okay? It's going to trouble these white people. Okay? It's going to trouble these Asians, these Chinese people, these Arabs, these African people. Every race and nation is going to be troubled by what the Lord is getting ready to bring. Okay? Go ahead. But only one people, like the brother read, is going to be saved out of it. You got it out.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
That's right. And these calamities is coming in the earth. People are going to be killing each other. Okay? For water, for bread, okay? For meat, all right? For food, baby formula, fighting over gas at the pump. Okay? Things are going to escalate for the worst here in America. It's already happening in Venezuela and South America and Central America, and it's going to make its way up here to the United States. All right? And that's when things are just going to explode out of control. All right? Go ahead.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. That means that they're not going to regard the government, because martial law is going to be declared all over the country. And when martial law is declared, meaning there's going to be a military takeover. But people are still going to be out here rioting, looting, killing, destroying. Okay? Things are going to take place that's going to make a man question his sanity. Okay? That's why if you don't have the understanding and the wisdom of the Lord, then you're not going to be able to get through what's getting ready to come on this earth. Okay? Can you go from there and jump down to let's see, this is the city shall be troubled. Yep, verse 18.
Verse 18.
Matter of fact, start at 17.
Go. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, a man shall desire to go into a city and won't be able to go into a city. Because once martial law is declared, you're going to have what? Roadblocks. Okay? You're going to have checkpoints. Okay? Military checkpoints that if you're not authorized to be in that certain area, then you can't get in. Or they'll arrest you. And that's where the mark of the beast comes in, which is the RFID microchip. They're going to start distributing the microchip out. And if you don't have the microchip in your hand or in your forehead, you won't have access to these different cities or certain places or food, because you're not in their system. Okay? It's all about keeping you in the system once all this hell breaks out. Okay? So the Lord said certain places you're going to go, you won't be able to go. Okay? And enter into. You know? Go ahead.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
But because of their pride, because the pride of our people, they come against us, the prophets, teaching the word. Okay? They talk all kind of crap about the Hebrew Israelites. They try to debunk what we say, the Bible. They don't want to hear it. So because of your pride and you thinking that this American way of life is the way of life, it's the same way of life that's going to bring trouble upon you. But that pride is what's going to bring in the reason why the Lord is going to bring trouble upon these cities. Because this is the wrath of the Lord, the day of the Heavenly Father. How about
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So that's what's coming, trouble. Okay? Trouble, death, destruction, persecution, all that's going to take hold of this society. But the Lord's going to save some of his people out of there. Okay?
Come, this is Zephaniah 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Right. Even the voice of the day of the Lord is near. The day of the Lord is near. When we get, as each day gets closer throughout the week, as the weeks go by and the months go by, we're getting closer to this trouble and destruction coming upon the earth, man. Okay? This trouble coming to these cities. All right? And who's the main people that's going to be disturbed by it? The Israelites. Okay? Go ahead.
Come and continue to 15. It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, and a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
So all bad times is coming upon this society. Okay? But who's going to believe in the Lord in that day? Who's going to have faith in the Lord that he's going to be able to get through these things? Okay? And it starts with understanding who you are, that you're an Israelite. You're not a black man, you're not a Puerto Rican, you're not a West Indian. You're an Israelite. Okay? All right? And this book, this Bible, this contains your records and your history. And this is how you understand who the Most High, who the word English calls God, and Jesus Christ is. Yahweh, Yahweh. Those are your powers. Okay? And your Savior. Go ahead.
I'm about to say too, this place is already covered in darkness. It's polluted in wickedness and darkness already.
Yep.
So what type of darkness he's gonna bring, in that day? It's gonna be a whole nother level of darkness, man. Ain't no telling what the Lord's gonna do to this place, man. You're gonna have apparitions, leviathans, men turning into hunters. It's gonna be very terrifying to see that day coming, man.
So the white man gonna be coming down, the government gonna come down on our people, destroying us and killing us, man. So if you're part of the proud, if you're part of the wicked, then you're gonna get your judgment rightly so. Okay? But there is gonna be, like I said, there is gonna be some of Jacob, the Israelites, that are going to be saved. Okay? Was that it on that?
I still got something to say.
Okay.
My buckle shot.
Okay.
And if he is already trying to shoot at chariots, what do you think he's gonna do when man be turned into hunters and have spiritual powers? Ain't no telling what Esau has, So we gotta be ready, man. And for all those who's watching, hurry up and repent, man.
That's right.
Because just like if I can continue. Verse 16. Because of these things right here. A day of a trumpet and an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Like the brother said, there's gonna be borders. There's gonna be certain zones that's gonna be fenced off. You can't cross over. This zone might have food. This zone may not. They show you in these movies and video games. When things hit the fan in America, how you got to shoot and fight your way through certain cities. But it's not going to be like that, man. Because the Lord, he's in power, man. He's in control of everything and what's going to happen. The Lord is coming back to destroy it, and he's here to show his power and to be glorified until his elect, man. I'm going to continue. It says, and I will bring distress upon man, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, man. Parash, that's the Hebrew for it, man. There's gonna be a lot of carcass bodies, laying in the ground, man. There's gonna be a lot of bodies everywhere, to little kids, infants, all the way up to the elderly, man. And it's gonna stink. That's a terrifying thing to see, man.
The scriptures say that the blood is going to, flow so high up to the point of the horse's bridle. So there's going to be a lot of blood flowing in the streets, man. Okay?
And I got one more for you. Verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedily residence of all them that dwell in the land.
That's right. So it doesn't matter how much money you got, what's your status, how many likes you got on social media, okay, how many reposts and how many dollars you make off a TV show or a movie. That's not going to matter in that day. Okay, all right. And that day, the scripture says that the hardiness of the terrible shall be brought down. Okay, that the proud looks of the lofty shall be brought down. So whatever status where you got, everybody's gonna be in that same boat in fear of their life, man. Okay, except you're part of the elect and you understand the prophecies and wisdom that's written in this book. Okay, the Holy Bible.
Because how else the mighty man's gonna cry there bitterly, man?
Right.
You know, they let you know that these celebrities gonna be low too. You know, crying. You're gonna see them on the corner, rocking back and forth, snot running down the lips and the chin and shit, man. You know. So the brother's right, man. We're gonna all be on the same playing field, the same level, man.
Right. Right. And at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna destroy America. Okay, the Lord's gonna destroy the land. Like the brother said, He's gonna make a speedy riddance of all them in the land. So even if you live good, all the way up until the point that the missiles destroy America, then you still really haven't gotten your life, because your life is being ended at that point. You know, the Lord's still gonna judge you. Okay, because of your pride, like the brother read, because of your pride, the city shall be troubled. Okay. Zechariah 13:8.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right, so 2 parts of the Israelites, okay, are going to be cut off from the nation. Okay? Go ahead.
But the 3rd shall be left therein.
Right, so but 1/3 is going to be left, like the brother read. Okay, trouble, okay, is coming, but Jacob shall be saved out of it. Well, that's the 3rd part. So 2/3, the 2 parts, the 2/3 of Israel are going to be destroyed. Okay, go ahead.
And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire.
And the third part, the 1/3 is going to go through the fire. They're going to go through the tribulation. And they're going to be delivered. Okay, go ahead.
And I will refine them as silver is refined.
That's right. Being refined meaning heal us, bring us on a particular level where the Lord deems us worthy for salvation, and that's the hope. Okay, yeah, the trouble's coming, all right, but there's also a hope too. Go ahead.
And I will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Right. So once again, all right, the Lord's going to heal us, and He's going to redeem a certain amount of us, but you got to call upon His name, all right, which is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Okay, the Heavenly Father in the name of the Son, and that's how you're going to be saved. But you're also going to be refined as gold and silver by understanding what the Bible really means and what it talks about. Because when the trouble comes, understanding what's written in this book is what's going to get you through, you know, whatever trouble that you're facing. Okay. Go ahead, huh?
And I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is my power.
That's right. Okay? So the tribulation is coming, the trouble's coming, the persecution is coming, famine, you know, wars, nation against nation, race wars, all this coming to this society. There ain't be no food, no water, okay? Yeah, people are half being, you know, living their life now, but it's going to be changed. And when that change comes, you want to make sure that you have the right understanding and the right knowledge to understand what's going on, and that can only be found written in the Holy Bible. Okay? But with that, you know, that was it. You know, we hope this lesson was very edifying and you know, it builds up your faith, you know, to know that the Lord still want to save His people, you know, it's written from His book. All right, so we'll give all praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.